Hey guys, so today we're going to be talking about arrays in Java. Now, in the past few videos, we've talked about loops, conditionals, and variables, but all of the data that we've been handling has been restricted down to one or two variables, right? We've been printing one value, or we've been incrementing one value. But typically in programming, you're going to be working with large collections of data. And so to work with that data and to store that data in a way that makes sense, Java has a bunch of different data structures, and the most basic one of all is the array. Now, visually, you can think of arrays as kind of like this table. Each little section like this is called an element, and that is a value. It can be an int value, it can be a string value, a Boolean value, and basically the array is a collection of all of these elements. Now, your array itself can only hold one type of data type. So you can only have a string array or an int array. You can't have an array which has both a string element and an int element in it. And arrays have fixed lengths, right? So length is the amount of elements you have in your array. Like this array we have here has 5 elements. So when you create your array, you have to specify the length of it. And once you specify it, that can't change. So now that we have a basic idea of what an array is, let's look at the syntax for creating it. And since arrays are so basic, creating them, you're going to notice, is kind of similar to how you make variables in Java. So the first thing you have to do is specify the data type, as in what type of data are you storing in the array? What type of data are all your elements going to be? So let's say I want to have an array that holds all of the scores of a class. Let's say we're in history class and they just took a test, and we want to store all of the scores that each person got so we can calculate an average of some sort, right? For that case, the data type is going to be an int. And then since we're making an array, we want to use these square brackets. So that denotes that we're not just creating an int variable, we're creating an int array. Alright, and then the next thing you want to do is give your array a name. So let's call these scores. And this is going to be a little bit new. You're going to use the new keyword. Okay, and we're going to go over more in depth what this new keyword means. But since arrays are a little bit more complex than just one variable, you're holding multiple elements in one collection, right? You have to use this keyword new to make a new array. And again, you say int, and you put in square brackets. And inside the square brackets goes the length of your array, or how many elements are going to be stored in the array. So let's say my class is 25 students, right? And then you put a semicolon. Cool, so right now in our memory, we have this large chunk of space that has essentially like little 25 sections in them, in which you can put a value in them, all right? So now, how do we assign values to each index of an array, okay? So, as I said before, an array has a bunch of elements in them, right? So think of it like this. And each of this has an index, or like which position in the array is it, right? Because each element has a value in it, right? Each section has a value in it, but you have to be able to refer to which position you're trying to put a value in. So for that, those are called the indices of the elements in your array, and indices actually go by 0. Kind of like how I talked about in the for loops, we want to typically assign our I to 0. Similarly, with arrays, they start at index 0. So like the first element in my array is going to have the index 0. Right? And then the second element in my array is going to have the index of 1. Third one's going to be 2, the fourth one's going to be 3, and the fifth one will be 4. Right? So these are like the positions of each element. And right now in our code, all of these positions are empty. So we want to give them some kind of value. And the way you do that is you type in the variable name of the array, the array name, not the variable name. And then you put square brackets, and inside the brackets goes the position you're referring to. So if I want to give my first element a value, I'm going to put 0. And then since our data type is int, we're going to put an int number in there. So let's say someone got a 78 on the test. So like that, we can refer to each element in the array and give it a value. Now let's say you try to reference a position in the array that doesn't exist, right? Like a negative position or a position that's bigger than 25. Like let's say I try to assign a value to the 26th position in the array, which doesn't exist. If I run that, it's going to give you an index out of bounds exception. All right, and it'll tell you which line caused such an exception. So your code will completely crash if you try to do anything like that. So you always have to be conscious of what length have you given the array. Cool, so now I'm just going to quickly assign values to each element. Awesome, so now we've given a value to every element in the array. So think of it now, we've got a table with 25 positions, and each one has a value of whatever we've specified it. So for example, the 6th position in my array has a value of 97. Awesome, so now typically when we're doing things with array, they're often done with for loops. So let's say, as I said before, these are all scores on a test, right? And I want to calculate the test average. Then to do that, we're going to use a for loop. So let's have int average, and I'm going to give it a base value of 0. We're going to use a for loop, and we're going to say starting at 0, and again this is important because typically I is used to reference each position in the array, so it has to start from 0 if you're working with arrays. And while it's less than my scores.length. So if you want to access how many elements are in your array, then you use this .length notation. And basically it's like your scores has a variable called length and you're referencing it by using this .length kind of notation. And I++. So basically we're starting from 0 and we're going all the way till scores.length minus 1. Remember that how my scores has 25 values, but the last position has an index of 24 because we're starting from 0. So now I want to add up whatever value I have at each position. So for that, if I want to reference a value at a position, I just again use brackets and I'm going to put I, right? So when I equals 0, we're adding whatever value is at the 0th position, which in this case is 78. So now my average has a value of all of these numbers added up. And now we want our average to actually equal the average divided by scores.length, right? Because what if I have 24 students and not 25? Then instead of putting 25, we can just reference the length of my array. Because often it's better to have these kinds of variables referencing rather than the direct value themselves so that it avoids any confusion and you can easily change things. So now if we were to print out the class average of these 25 random students, then we would get 83 is the class average of our test scores. Cool, so again, some things to remember that arrays do have a fixed length, right? So if I tried to, let's say I made a mistake of starting from 1, and I went and I put an equals here, right? Because I got confused and forgot that the indexes started from 0, right? Then you'll get an exception because it went out of bounds. So remember that it starts from 0 and its length is fixed, so I can't change it at any point, right? I can't do scores.length equals 26 because I want to add an extra student. That's not going to work. And when you're working with arrays, you're often going to loop through for loops. So kind of keep it like a rule that you're going to have for I equals 0, I is less than scores.length, or whatever array you're using, array.length, right? This is something I almost memorized because of how often it's used with arrays. And when you want to reference any value at an array, you just take the array name and then put in whatever position, as long as it's less than the length and greater than 0. And arrays can only hold one type of data type, so you can only have int data types of an array or only strings, right? If I tried to assign, let's say at my 19th position, I tried to assign a string, it would give you an error. And Awesome, so this was just a basic introduction to arrays in Java. I'll see you guys in the next video.